fucked us yesterday.
Who did?
The seller. So yesterday I drove up to Milpitas and I was supposed to, are we recording already?
Sure.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I had one of our partners who's supposed to go down to this house that we're going to right now in Lemoore. And last minute he called us and was like, hey, I'm not able to move out yet. Like, I haven't moved fully out. And I had to kind of handle that situation. In this case, the seller made an agreement to sell and we had very clear expectations. The guy that we're working with here has a little bit of an implementation problem, and that's why he's selling it to us at a discount. An implementation problem means that sometimes they'll say yes to something, but they won't actually mean that they're gonna do it. And so when you work with somebody like that, you have to like over clarify exactly what the steps need to look like in order to get the deal done. In this case, we had like a 45-minute conversation at his house talking about, you're gonna need to be moved out of the house, all personal items and everything out by the closing date or the day before. We're gonna do a final walkthrough and we're gonna walk through the property and make sure that the house looks about the same as how it does today and that nobody's living here and everybody's moved out. Here's what I'm expecting to happen, and this is where having a little experience under my belt helps. When you have a seller like this, no matter how hard you set the expectation, he still probably is gonna have personal items in the home, but likely they're personal items that have no emotional connection or value to him. And what I'm gonna end up probably having to do is work with the cash buyer to come up with an arrangement to cover the cost of him disposing of those personal items. It's August in Fresno, raining. We already had our first car wreck. Fresno drivers, man. All right, so we're here at the house on G Street. We're in Lemoore. We're gonna take some photos and we're gonna talk to the seller. The seller's kind of taking his time getting out of the house. We're supposed to close today. So if there's stuff in the house, I'm gonna have to negotiate that with him a little bit. The goal here is to get this thing closed today so that our contractors can get in this weekend though.
One sentence, best case scenario.
Best case scenario, everything's out of the house and we're gonna get this deal closed today.
Worst case scenario?
Worst case, it's not all out and we're gonna have to come up with a compromise. So I'm literally just taking photos of the property just to document. Mind, I do have a buddy with me, Jake. He does my podcast, so.
Okay.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right, and all sweaty.
How about next?
There you go.
I don't want to leave you hanging. Well, I'm gonna do just like what I did before when I came the first time. So I'm just taking photos.
And I'm gonna, when I go home, I'm gonna cancel the insurance too.
Don't cancel it until the deal is fully closed.
What was that?
Because God forbid, here's what the worst case scenario is.
I thought you guys might have had insurance on it already.
We won't insure a home that we don't own because our insurance company doesn't allow it.
I'll wait till...
I will personally, or Colin will personally give you a call to say, Jesse, you're good to cancel insurance. Because the worst case, say some crackhead jumps in here and burns the place down at 2 o'clock in the day.
Too, right?
Yeah, I had it, I think I had a photo of everything from before, so if it was there before, we have evidence of it, so it shouldn't be a big deal. All right.
Okay.
Hey, good working together. I appreciate it, and I apologize for those communications at the end there, but we're gonna get this wrapped up today is the goal. All right, sir.
Okay.
Have a good rest of your day, Jesse. Happy weekend. That was best case scenario. Overall, considering time into the deal is probably 7 hours to 10 hours total. We're gonna make a good profit on this one, and it's a pretty easy deal. It's in Lemoore. This is a nice area. I'm happy.
Give me a quick rundown of the numbers.
So it breaks down, we bought it for $72,500. So we're at $72,500. I was planning on flipping this one, and I had a past client reach out who wanted to flip it himself. He offered me $100 for it, and so I'm gonna be giving him the opportunity to do it, taking home about $27,000, and the seller's happy with his deal, and everybody gets paid. He's a fireman by trade, so he might not actually answer.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You got a second?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Hey, you're gonna be happy with the way the house looks. It does have a couple things, like I talked about.
Yeah.
You and I work together. I'll make sure that you're made whole for it.
Oh, great. Fantastic, man.
Yeah,
Were
I
you
don't.
able to take a couple photos?
Yeah, I got walkthrough photos and video. I'm driving back
Okay,
right
perfect.
now. I'm gonna upload it to
Yeah.
Dropbox and drop you the link for your review.
That's great, Scott. Thanks a lot, man.
All right, brother. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, take care.
Thanks,
Alrighty.
Damian. Bye.
See ya. Bye-bye.
That is a win-win. So seller was happy, buyer's happy. I'll tell you what, I'm happy because we get another one off our plate and we already locked up our next deal, so it's time to move on to the next one.
30 racks, baby.
27.5. It's super easy.